everyone. Welcome back to Separation Vector, episode 3, entitled Healing Crisis. And, well, my players are here, so I'll let you introduce yourself. Let's start off with Kulbit, you're to my right, from point of view.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jeffrey, and I'm playing Kulbit Afterburn, the renegade pilot, ex-military. We broke up on explosive differences. Now, fearless pilot and hothead of the burning sensation. Friend to all, unless you get in my face, and then your ass is hitting the ground.
Good. Now, Tecla.
Hi. I can't actually tell if my microphone's working.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep. I'm Ellie, and I'm playing Tecla, who was voluntarily left the academy over creative differences. They didn't like what I was creating.
It was too different.
Too different, too new, too avant-garde, too destroying several laboratories. Anyway, if they never catch me, then I don't have to pay them.
Okay. Fizz.
Okay. Hey, I'm Q. I'll be playing Fizz, who left the hegemony over ownership differences. I decided that no, they did not own me, and moved on. I'm the resident muscle. So far, I haven't died, and that's good. Hopefully, our current heist will keep me far away from flying bullets.
Plasma beams are fine then?
Hey everybody,
Okay.
I'm Bolthra. I am playing Arpi, the ship's mechanic, and generally probably the worst paid individual on the ship, but I'm not complaining.
Wait, you get paid?
Yeah. Don't you?
A handsome fee of snails.
Oh no, yeah, I get paid. I just didn't know anybody else did.
Personally, I get paid in research subjects. Some of them voluntary.
They're dying to join you.
Okay, so in the past, 2 episodes, or after a daring rescue from the maximum prison, where they were sent to rescue their old friend Iboone, our bottling crew has been getting a request from the Medicans at the Temple Amaranth to intercept transport of medical supplies material, which will be flying from injury towards the Rin system to be taken to Warren for hospital cakes to be used for their rejuvenation treatments. Medicans think they can put it to much better use than making the hospital cake remaining young. And in the last session, Kulbit managed to get a very accurate map of the system with just a few extra celestial bodies. And despite that, he managed to find the perfect ambush spot, which I didn't detail, so now I'll give you some details. It's an old rusted out hulk, which has been, it's actually a colonist ship which had got blown up at some point in around the system, like about 20 years ago. It's kind of abandoned and considered to be somewhat of bad luck, which means that everybody kind of just ignores it and stuff there. But it is right on one of the subspace lanes, so you know that the ship will have to pass by. So you can literally just, because of the size of this colonist ship, you can literally just park your ship inside and nobody will notice. I mean, rumors of the ghost of the colonists still being there on the ship are probably just rumors. I'm sure they'll be all fine.
Rumors, they're just rumors.
Just rumors.
burning sensation to all derelict piece of crap. Any ghosts or anything on board? I think we're good, mates.
Good. So, anyway, anything else that everyone wants to do before you launch? Well, we launch the planning.
Do we need to change our loadouts for?
Yeah, you guys need to choose your loadout.
Okay.
You might want to choose a plan first that might affect your loadout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. A plan. So
You have. You want me to list the approaches for you?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Yeah.
Sorry, where's the noun? Yeah. Sorry, I'm prepared today. Yeah, stay the same. So I have to find out where the engagement is. Yeah. Well, there's a couple of this: assault, deception, infiltration, mystic, social, and transport. I think they're all pretty self-explanatory. So, what kind of plan would you go for?
Assault doesn't seem like our strength.
right.
Mystics.
Infiltration? I mean, we did at least try to do some scouting of
Yeah.
their house. I remember last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't really get much information, fortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, you do know the origins of injury, which is like very much development world, which is mostly lots of smoke, lots of factories, lots of warehouses. Most manufacturing is on there. At least about a quarter of the manufacturing protocols. The whole Proteus sectors is done on that one planet.
Okay.
Right. So do we know that?
I mean, if you want to do something more, some more research to prepare, you can.
Yeah. So I'm still not clear on exactly. Are we supposed to intercept the delivery while it's en route, or we just need to retrieve it from the warehouse that we found? What's exactly expected of us? Just
Well, you know, it's being transported from the warehouse out, and I think the idea is that it'll be a lot more vulnerable while it's en route than in the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, if you want to go, I mean, the Dominicans just want the supplies and equipment, so.
Yeah, I mean that sounds good to me. You know, if we can catch the, is this like a ground transport between the spaceport and the warehouse or something like that?
Yeah, you can try that as well. There's normally ground transport.
Right. Yeah. So that sounds good. We can
Yeah.
use the old tree across the tracks trick, and
Yeah.
I saw that in a movie last week.
Except all the trees have been extinct or injury about 20 years ago, but
Yeah.
hey. Well,
What's a
there's
tree?
there's still one preserved in the injury museum. It's a 2 cred fee to look at it.
Okay. So first,
For 5 cred, you can smell it.
and then when they stop to move the tree, we can ambush them.
Yeah.
Do we know how many? Is it a single vehicle or is it a convoy?
You don't know.
Ah.
How would you go about finding out?
I don't know. I know I failed to hack the damn warehouse system to try to find out that kind of stuff. So
Try another hack.
yeah, stake out the path and see what else travels there and get an idea. of
Just
what-
a note about the injury planet. Because of all the heavy level of pollution and smoke, you will need respirators or, well, Fizz, you'll be fine on the surface, but there will be also need respirators or something because basically the air is not very healthy. Outdoors. I mean, indoors, most indoor places have filtration units.
Well, like we talked about, if we can figure out what's coming, then we can try to rig up some distraction in the road. Again, like what's a local creature that's rather large and hard to move?
Let's see. Give me an idea. Let's.
A 6-legged tortoise, huge, elephant-sized.
Yeah,
Okay.
like maybe one just happened to fall on the road and die. And
Oh, we're not going to kill one of those things, are we? I mean, that seems so drastic. It didn't do nothing.
well, I'm okay. Maybe die is kind of strong. Like maybe.
Okay, I think we're kind of seeing a plan. To me, that sounds. Well, what do you plan to once you got the tortoise? Are you planning to assault it or just? Basically, it sounds like either assault or infiltration for what you're describing.
Either assault or what?
Infiltration.
Yeah.
Oh.
Assault would be you kind of cause a distraction and you attack them. Infiltration would be you cause a distraction and sneak in while distracted. So what are you planning to do once they've got it?
Always smart. All right. I probably won't.
Okay. That sounds okay. Okay, so let's just see the point infiltration. So you're just planning to sneak in through the back and jump on the truck.
Yeah.
I'll never notice.
So they can never get there.
Thank you, Crash.
Is this the time when we can look at ship upgrades? Because I'm thinking that land vehicle might be awful nice right now.
I suppose that could block a road too.
That would be like a long-term project to either buy or build one.
I see. Okay. Shoot, we should have stopped and picked up a Jeep, you guys.
You do have the shuttle. The unfortunate consequence.
Yes.
It's unfortunate consequences.
I don't know how stealthy that's going to be, so it might. So I guess my question is, all right, we stopped this thing from moving, or however many vehicles there are. So what we going to do? We're going to commandeer one of the vessels and tell them hey, kindly fuck off, step off, please, and then good luck to you. Hope you can walk to safety in time. We're taking your vehicle. We spring it, and then we've got a brand new vehicle.
I think this is where we
pack or unload.
I think what we should do is now jump into the engagement, and then remember you can use flashbacks and play it that way. We can assume that you kind of planned everything in advance that you need. Yeah, if you have flashback and say that you actually got the vehicles from somewhere, then we can.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to do. So I need a volunteer for engagement role. Who did it last time? I think it was.
I think I did.
Arpi. Yeah, you did. So one of the other three will then take point.
Engagement. What are we rolling for that?
Use the fate roller, the fate dice roller, or the not fate, fortune dice roller.
Yeah, so I have to work this out.
Got it. Okay, yeah, I'll roll that.
Are you still going for the total approach for the blockage, just so I know your point of entry?
I think. Do we want to go for the blockage? It's also easy enough that just a vehicle just stops in the middle of the road and sideways and blocks both lanes.
Or even some wreckage from this old derelict.
That's true.
Yeah, we'll find something.
Is it just one die?
Well, it starts with the one dice. So is that your situation particularly bold or daring? I don't think it's particularly bold or daring. I mean, you're trying to just. Okay, does the plan's detail approach a little to a target or kill them where they're weakest? I don't think it's particularly strong there either, so that's still just one die.
Okay.
If any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insights for this operation?
None of my contacts could aid in this.
No. Okay, so I think you got there.
Let's see here. Crooked cop, weapons dealer, blaster, pistol, bounty hunter, assassin. Nope.
Okay. Okay, are there any other elements you want to consider? No, there aren't actually any others. I mean, you guys, they're slightly higher tier than you, but I don't think look high enough to actually give you a penalty. So you roll one die.
Okay. The die has been cast.
Which limited effect. What do you get? Like 4. That's not too bad. You're starting off in a risky position. Okay, so you managed to push. You managed to find a truck somewhere. Still a truck or fire it or hack into it, however you want to do it. Push across the road, but as you see the cart approaching, you also see there is 2 motorcycles accompanying it, an escort of some sort, and there's actually a convoy of about 4 vehicles.
I like to think
They don't
that-
seem to be slowing.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't seem to be slowing down considerably because they have like actually a bull catcher on the front, which they might just want to bash through this.
Great. Well, I like to think RP was coming the other direction. I think it's hilarious because she really can't even reach the pedals.
Okay.
So she's probably driving like this. Maybe even has sticks.
Okay, if you're actually driving, then it's not really okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're basically racing towards the thing. So
And then when she sees them, she's gonna swerve and try to just try to block the road.
okay, I'll need an action for that. It's
Okay.
risky
Okay. Is that maybe
or standard
scramble?
effect. That works.
Or is that going to be?
So it's up to you.
I mean, scramble is more like dexterity to me, but it's
So
not
it's
really,
moving.
Yeah, but it's not really driving. So
It's generally getting around, so it can use the scramble. I would say.
okay, sounds good. All right, and it's
So
risky.
2. Anybody want to spare any stress or help or?
I don't have any stress.
I'll
You do well. Yeah, you can take 2 stress to add a die
Okay.
or increase effect.
Okay, so I'll add two stress, and then I'm adding that as a modifier.
Yeah, then you add 1 die.
Okay. All right. So I'm rolling 3 dice. Hold
Yeah.
on to your
Roll
butts.
the Senate gambit as well. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Critical.
So she kind of swerves as,
Yeah, there's like
and
this.
then it's just like, this probably was a really bad idea.
You're like perfectly like covering both lines, and
Yeah.
you hear like a roaring of like a.
Yeah.
And there is a cow catcher, but obviously they don't want to try to drive through anyway. It just kind of goes slow, and then it just goes. Dunk.
And she's gonna like scramble over to the passenger side window and roll it down and be like, I am so sorry. This is the rental they gave me. This thing is too big for me. I couldn't steer this thing. But no, give me the giant vehicle when I asked for a compact. Sorry about that. I might need some help getting it started again now.
Okay, do you want to give me a roll some sort to try to talk them into it?
Yeah.
What's your action?
Sway. She has no dice in sway, so
You can still roll it.
hell, why not? So, all right. Risky.
That would be risky, I'll say, for
Okay. I'm gonna spend my other.
actually
stress-
for limited effect because they are kind of a bit doubtful. They're actually high tier.
I'm gonna spend my other stress.
Okay, that's 2 more
add a
stress.
die. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna add 2 more stress, and then that adds 1 die to my roll. So
Yeah, so go to 1 die.
okay. 4.
you've got
We worse.
was it resolve or what's the currency for giving you a die?
That's
Stress.
stress.
Oh,
You
that
can
is
do that
okay.
before the roll. It's 1 stress too much to assist.
Yeah.
Okay, meantime, what are the rest of you doing while this is happening?
Well, as soon as the vehicle, the convoy, whatever the heck it is, slows down, I'm gonna try to get on to whatever. I mean, what's it look like? Is it a big truck? Is it a train?
Yeah,
And
3 trucks, one behind the other.
got you.
They're large trucks. They're covered trucks. They're basically just covering like a couple of inches of the ground.
Okay. I guess I'll
They're
go
fully
up
enclosed as well. So
to the rearmost truck. Since we have no idea what our stuff is in, go up to the rearmost truck, open the door, and say, "Get out."
are you going around the back, or are you actually opening the driver's side
Go
door?
to the driver's side door, open it up.
Okay.
Point it at him and
What's
tell
your
him to get
action? Oh, Arpi, do you want? If you You can take one load. Oh, whatever the sport's done, what load are you guys carrying?
Oh,
Light, medium, or heavy?
I think she was light.
Okay, that makes sense because medium is kind of
Yeah.
a bit suspicious.
Yeah.
The rest of you?
Normal.
Okay.
5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kulbit?
I've got normal tonight.
I'm going with light.
Okay. Just so you know, everybody who's not Fizz, if you don't want to be taking harm for being outside for too long, you'll need to take a respirator with party load.
Gotcha. Is that a?
That's just one load. And the
to our,
respirator that's listed.
I didn't see that in one of our
Yeah, that's
items.
not an option to
Like
add.
med
Does that take up a
kit.
space, or is it like a free
Okay, if
space?
it's not listed, I would just assume you can just take one load and assume that you just obtain it, because you can just buy them anywhere on the planet.
Sure.
Okay.
Because everybody wears them.
I envision the respirators have like a microphone kind of thing, so when you speak, like people hear it. So Arpi's voice was even more nasally and annoying to this crew. But she turns on her best puppy eyes. Well, actually, she moves her goggles so you can see her puppy eyes. So it look like she's really sorry.
Those sideways closing puppy eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they're actual puppy eyes. One of the last remaining puppies in the world.
Hey, they were on sale. It was the best I could get. So.
No puppies, just the eyes.
Okay, so first I need an action from you as you try to get this person out.
Okay. I'm gonna guess that would be scrap.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's standard for normal effect because this person.
I mean,
just
maybe
driver.
command since I'm commanding him, but I think it's more of a threat of violence.
It's up to you.
Yeah, risky, standard
Okay.
effect.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, a 5.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to get him out, but he will remember your face,
Okay.
and which will give you one additional heat at the end of the mission.
Sure. Fair. All right.
You basically just pull him out, throw him on the ground, and
That's right.
climb in.
Get out. Toss him on the thing, climb into his space, and then when I get a chance, I'm going to try to turn the truck around and like drive
Okay.
around.
What else are you doing?
So, Fizz, you took the back truck?
Yeah.
Moving quickly, Kulbit's gonna go for the middle truck.
Okay. Are you also using the same strategy, or are you going to do something else? I'm assuming this all happens at the same time, that you're kind of well coordinated. Don't just wait for him to see what happens, drinking your coffee.
So this is a bit of a stretch, and feel free to edit as needed, but I have a grappling hook.
Yes?
Could I try to grapple the driver out of the seat?
Just to yoink him out.
The problem is that the doors are it's a fully enclosed cab, so
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'll use the grapple hook to bring myself onto the truck. And maybe stealthily just try to open up the back without being noticed.
Okay, mark one load because you for the grappling hook and go. Okay, give me an action of some sort.
Okay, so I feel like this would be scramble.
That works.
Okay.
Or sculpt works as well.
Scrap. Well, they're both the same, so.
Yeah, it's standard. It's
standard and controlled, risky, or desperate.
risky.
Risky. Okay. All right. So I got one die. Could I take on 2 stress to pump this up by 1?
Yeah, you can.
And what we get? Okay. Whoa!
Okay, well,
Dang.
like a ninja.
If you didn't spend a gambit, don't forget to mark one.
Yep.
Yeah, mark on my gambit, and yeah, first you don't even see him. You just see the truck opens and closes mysteriously.
Just like time it perfectly so it hits a rock in the road right as the grappling hook attaches.
Yeah. Okay, you're in the back of the truck, so you can't. The problem is that it's well, you have a glimpse of boxes as you get in, and then the door closes, and well, now you're dark because there aren't any lights here.
There's no lights in the back.
No, well, there might be some, but they're off.
Okay, I'll fidget around and start looking for a light then.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you find
This
the
is-
light.
This is going to be Kulbit's thing, isn't it? He's going into places he's not supposed to be, and then the door closes behind him.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they have to go
Yeah.
home.
I dash into action. And I'm the pilot. Something.
Yeah. Tecla, are you doing anything? The trucks are all stopped because of Arpi's distraction.
There are 3 trucks.
Yeah.
Just making sure I have the lay of the land. Fizz is commandeering the rear truck.
Yeah.
Kulbit's in the second truck.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming you guys have planned all this out in advance, so you know where everybody's going.
Yeah. Do these trucks have windows that can be rolled down?
Actually, they don't, because of the atmosphere is really toxic. So having windows that roll down is not really a very good idea.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm not sure if this should be part of my loadout or if I should do a flashback for it. Because I have illicit drugs is part of everybody's loadout, I think. But
How'd you know?
Yes, and your character has them as well.
I am going to tap on the door of the first truck. Just like, obviously, like a shave and a haircut. Like, maybe not exactly that, but obviously a person knocking on the door. And
Yeah, well, there are actually cameras on the outside, but one of them like points at you. You hear from the speaker, "What? Who are you?"
Can I come in?
No, this is secure transport. What are you talking
really?
about?
Are you sure? Who are you?
What are you talking about? How much?
I'm supposed to meet my Uber.
Candygram.
Okay, give me a roll of some sort to see how close you
A
are.
roll of some sort.
Yep.
I don't know which it is.
Sway.
Sway, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be my guess. But you never know. You might decide to use rig.
Yeah. Risky standard?
Yeah,
Risky limited? Okay.
it is kind of limited because this is kind of a bit of a tall order. Of course. Okay, well, this does mean that they're not. Yeah, get a gambit. But this just means that they're kind of not going to just drive off and look. This is not your Uber. Just, I'm sure they're coming in. This is a. I think you're in the wrong place. This is a transport road. Nobody's allowed here. You have seen some signs like.
Yeah.
Transport road not disturbed. I mean, they're just really
All right,
insecure.
well, listen, can I see your identification?
Reverse psychology. Nice.
There's a screen on the door which lights up showing. I should have a name for so many people here. Trace Rugger, Union number 5864XY. Yeah, that's basically it.
It's a view screen, and he hasn't actually opened anything up?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that looks like everything's in order. Well, I'll just be on my way.
Okay.
Thank
One
you for
thing
your
you
time.
do notice is that this person is most likely with the Cobalt Syndicate. Okay. So you walk off, I assume.
Yeah, I'll start walking to the back of the ship, or back of the transport.
Okay.
It's sorry, it's science fiction. I'm not used to dealing with trucks.
Space trucks.
In space.
Meantime, on the other side of the car, Arpi, the door opens as the person steps out, and
I was thinking about having just a question. This truck, does it have like rubber wheels, or like what is it like?
they're
What does
hover
it have?
trucks. So get the
Okay.
cushion wear.
Oh, okay. All right. So like hover. Okay.
Yeah.
Because what I had thought about doing was having RP try to slip out one of the like the driver's side and go under her vehicle, and then go to the first vehicle with her welder and try to like basically just like fuck up the bottom of the vehicle with her welder. So.
Well, right now you're in front of the truck, and people they're looking at you, so kind of trying to slip out would be. Yeah, you can try, but they'll make it.
Okay,
very...
all right. If they're looking at me, then they can't do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, in the first truck, would they be distracted by Tecla?
Yeah, I think they're probably distracted. You do see Tecla knocking on the door.
Then if the second they turn around, she just drops down and is going to try to like scurry out the driver's door.
Okay, well, give me a roll to actually get
Okay.
there.
All right, that's going to be
First.
scramble, and I'm going to use a gambit, so that gives me a +1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can my distraction be an assist on this?
If you want to spend that stress, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be a second die. Then. All right. And is this? I would still assume this is risky
Yes, it's definitely risky for standard.
and
effect.
limited.
Standard. You basically it's just
Standard?
to get
Okay.
under the truck. You
Okay.
still have to
I just
actually.
like. Okay, so yeah, so what she's planning on doing is like slipping out the driver's door, crawling under, and then getting underneath there with then to fire up her welder and just start just wrecking the truck from underneath. So
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Man.
5.
all right, so maybe she's not quite as moving as quickly as she had hoped. Maybe she ends up kind of scraping the top of her head, kind of hits her, kind of knocks off her do-rag. She kind of goes, fuck. She kind of hits her head, but then she gets under and she just like fires up the welder. And
Okay, so you hear a sound. Where the fuck are you going? As you get under the truck, you feel that weird sensation in your head that makes you know that you're in a fairly high magnetic field. If anybody's of you have been near a strong electromagnet, there's this weird sensation you get in your head.
Yeah, your mind feels a little funky.
What?
Can't steer this thing the way I want to. May be really fucking this up.
You can give me another roll to try and screw up the thingy.
Okay. Just scramble then, I guess.
You're under. Well, you can all scramble, but what are you trying to just move out, or you just?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
If you're all scramble,
she's still trying to. She's still trying to like just cause as much damage as she can.
Look, I mean, it's not a. I mean, it doesn't really do much to it. It's just an
Okay.
unpleasant situation. You're fine. It's just you can.
Okay. All right.
You felt in that roof gets too close to the engine all the time.
Okay.
So what would be your action?
I guess that's maybe scrap because she's kind of fighting to control the magnetism going
Could
through
be
her head.
rig or scrap.
Rig is much. I'll go with rig. That's much better.
Yeah,
So okay,
rig or scrap.
let's go rig.
Okay.
And no modifiers on this one. She's got 2 dice in it. So Ouch.
Oh, that's okay. Rolling risky. Well, the good news is you managed to screw up the engine completely.
Okay.
The bad news is you're underneath it as you just deactivated
The maglev.
the maglev. So
Because
there's
she
now,
has tools and all sorts of stuff on her. It's like,
now you have a truck slowly descending on top of you. You're getting crushed. So
guys, we got a problem.
basically, it's just basically you cut off the battery, just like a little bit out of the capacitor, so it just doesn't just fall on you. But in a couple of minutes, you're going to have more severe problems.
Boy.
Okay, well, you guys hear this guy's got a problem. I'm assuming there's on comms all the time, as you told me otherwise.
Yeah, sure. I got communicator in my loadout.
Yeah.
Right there in the mask.
So, I mean, you all have communicators you want to add into loadout, you can, or
right.
if you don't want to.
I'm gonna deny the communicator this time around.
What?
Huh?
You're not going to have a communicator?
Well, that would be my last item.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because you went for light.
Yep.
You can just say you don't have it in case you don't know what's going on outside.
How
It
can
does
you
seem
do
like
a job without the communicator?
That is a very good point. All right, communicator it is.
Okay. Well, meantime, Kulbit, you're in the back of the truck,
Right.
and you
so-
see there's crates all around you.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a bit of lights. Assume you have a torch somewhere in your helmet or something like that.
Well, I just
And-
used up my last slot for a communicator.
Which truck is Kulbit in? The middle one?
It's the middle one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are crates all around you.
Okay, and there wasn't
Because-
a light. to-
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
cargo.
It takes you a bit of time to manage to get a light on, and you see that they're labeled. And well, they basically have the destination written, which is the system you know what the warren is. And then there is like a tracking number, but unless you can figure out what it is, you don't know what they're for, or figure out some way to open the crates.
Okay.
They're made of
it's
like plastic.
Just as a note, communicator is 0 load. It doesn't count against your total.
Okay.
Oh.
Then you have communicators without any load.
Oh, thank
You
you.
still have a load.
Perfect.
All right. So, is it possible to pop one of these open and take a look at the contents?
How are you planning to do that? They all have keypads on them.
Let's see. 1, 1, 1, 1.
That's the same combination that's on my luggage.
I don't think it's quite that simple.
Could this be...
Two attempts remaining.
sounds like this might be a nice time for a flashback.
Okay.
If I could think up of something, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is like maybe attempting to.
Maybe there was an app that you had that was really good at figuring out ultimate combinations of 3 character locks.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we bribed someone at the spaceport to stick a Post-it note on the inside wall of the truck with the right code.
Definitely not 1, 2, 3. So.
Maybe we got somebody really drunk.
There you go, Jamie.
Okay, so we could say you got somebody really drunk and found out that the code is actually that most of the time they don't actually even bother setting the code. But you can flashback to like
Just
last night at the bar.
Yeah, last night at the bar, we got drinks, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Mike, let me get you the next round. It looks like you use it." And just like eventually got to talking about work and like just like talking about like the rules and regulations and like, oh, they're always making us change this password. Like,
yeah, it's like, yeah, last time without bother. It's like, we just leave it to 1, 2, 3, 4. So,
oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because I mean, like, with everything else you told me, it's just one more weight off your mind, you know.
Sorry, guys, I just managed to unplug my headphones.
Oh no.
Sorry, what you were saying?
It's all right. You're drunk. So if I could get that code from that guy.
Yeah. Okay, that'll cost you 1 stress for the flashback, and I know that most of the time we have 2, 3, 4.
All right. Like taking candy from an oversized, underpaid baby. Pop it open.
Inside there are lots of smaller canisters. They're labeled with the biohazard symbol. These
don't have key codes on them too, do they?
No. Okay. I do have a biohazard symbol, so if you want to open one, you're welcome to.
Oh, wait. Were there supposed to be biohazard stuff here? Does this look medical or does it look weaponized?
I don't know. Why are you playing with it? Take it and let's go.
Get it, go. Oh, by the way, I'm about to be squished. Could somebody help me?
Yeah, meantime, what's Tecla doing? What's her next part in the plan? You see that there's a guy running away from the truck that Fizz getting into it. He is reaching for his communicator. Tecla, you this?
That's a good question.
Because you saw Fizz like the guy poke him out and then hung in, but the guy's just running away.
I'm trying to decide if can my fine blaster pistol be like a needler?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, if I can select it.
Should be able to see why. Because you didn't. I mean, you just have that communicator. I'm just going to see.
Oh, because I have 2 of the windows open.
Okay.
Kind of surprising that it lets me do that. I will load the needler with a sedative dart and take a shot at it.
Okay, great. So, what would be your skill for that?
Scrap, doctor.
I mean, there's scrap. There is.
I'm not sure what shooting somebody would be.
Usually scrap.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And
you'll have great effect because it's a fine piece of equipment.
Okay. And I'll spend a gambit on it.
Okay, sure. If everyone else is okay with it, because.
Oh.
You you're aiming at the moving target because he is running and speaking.
Yeah.
He basically just feels something fly past his face and like drops to the ground, hide behind it. And you see him also pull out a blaster of some sort. What do? Because now seems to be well, he's just hiding at the moment. Big cover.
I will duck between the trucks then.
Okay. Well, give me a. Okay, well now you're actually in a desperate situation, so give me a roll of some sort to get out of. Basically, he's just doing covering fire things, but it is desperate. Okay, well you get this. Yeah, you do get 1 XP because it's a desperate situation. In your, what did you just roll?
Skulk.
Skulk, okay. I'll give you $1 because this is okay. Well, you can either get hit, you get hit for damage level of 2, which is like basically burnt arm from a blaster fire, or you can resist.
Remind me how resisting works.
Resisting, you roll. Well, in this case, you roll prowess. Yours is 2, and then you lose as much. You lose stress, which is equal to 6 minus whatever you roll. If you got any armor, you can also spend that and just declare it to hits the armor.
I don't think I would be wearing armor.
Okay. You don't have to resist, in which case you'll have 2 harm.
No, I'll resist.
Okay. So roll your prowess. Okay, 5. So you just lose 1 stress.
Okay.
As the shots just basically wings you. It burns, but you're fine.
Okay.
But you're now in cover.
Do I still take 1 harm, or does it just negate the harm? Okay.
I'll take just negates harm. I mean, you still like have a graze. It burns like hell, but you're fine. I mean, it's not enough to actually affect you.
I'm just making sure I'm marking the right stuff.
Yeah. Okay, meantime, Arpi, you're slowly getting crushed. Very slowly, but...
You wish to try to get out?
There's not much she can do because she's just got metal all over her and stuff. So if it's, I mean, she could try to slither.
No, the magnets are actually, the problem is the magnets are off, so you're not really stuck on it. You're actually just stuck in between the ground and this thing.
You turned off the magnetic field.
Yeah.
That's why
my understanding was that it turned on, so I was like pulled up into it.
No, it turned off, so it's falling.
Oh, all right. Well, then if she can scramble out of the way, she will. I thought she
try.
was stuck to the bottom of it. So
you can try it. It will be a desperate situation, and if you fail, you will take say 2 harms basically as you scrape like half of your epidermis and the underside of this.
All right. Do we have any gambits left? I think we do.
Oh yeah,
We should have some.
Yeah, sure. You've got 3 of them left.
I can only spend 1 gambit at a time, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So.
We used up all the 6s early.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think what would be a good consequence for this. Well, you kind of managed to get halfway through. You do take the 2 harm. You are still kind of stuck. Basically, your arm is still kind of stuck underneath it slightly.
Oh, okay.
Kind of starting to turn on its side, so you're not. So it's not like the full thing is now lying on you. You can take 2 harm, call it crushed arm, or you can resist it as well. You can resist either because you have 2 consequences. You can resist either both of them.
I was kind of picturing maybe as she's rolling out, it's like lands on her tail.
Okay, that's
and it's got her tail pinned, and she's like.
Okay, so you take 2 harm as crushed tail, and so you've got 2 consequences. You can resist either one or both.
Say she could pull real hard and see if she could just leave her tail there.
And she can grow it back?
Because with her race, yeah, it can grow back.
Okay, fair enough. You still do take 2 harms, missing tail. Yeah.
So she's she's just gonna like pull and just leave her tail underneath it.
So is that resisting or is that another action?
I think that's I almost think that's another action in a way.
Okay. So I'm just adding the crushed tail.
It'll take you a second.
Yeah. To sever part of her own body I'm guessing maybe scramble because she's still kind of wiggling around trying to pull herself out of it. So
Yeah, you're still in a desperate situation, so you get another XP.
Okay, and I'm going to take another gambit. We have them. It's desperate and nice. Got a 6. Okay.
Yeah, you're up there.
So there's this sickening tearing noise as like her tail pulls off, and then the whole thing just like slams down, and she kind of just rolls away, and she's like grabbing her ass like.
You can just see like the little piece of tail sticking out, twitching gently.
It's like wiggling. Yeah. It's like a gecko tail, you know.
Yeah, exactly what I'm envisioning.
Don't forget to mark XP for that desperate success.
Yeah, I'm giving you both an XP for both. You mark XP whenever you do a desperate action. Doesn't matter where you see the fail.
Okay. All right. So that was okay.
So you're out of there.
Yeah. and she's gonna roll out and just checking in with the team. Just what's going on?
You hear now all of you hear this loud sound saying, "Step away from the vehicle." It's coming from the truck unit of Arpi. And you see there's big flashing lights on it, and the alarm going off. Kulbit, you hear it in your truck from outside. Like step away from the vehicle, and you're in the back, so you can see that the truck in front is now flashing. And
this guy that's shooting at Tecla, can I try to run him over?
You can try. I'll make it risky for great effect because a truck running over a person.
All right, I'm going to spend a gambit on it. Mostly, I don't want to run over him and kill him. I just want to dissuade him from shooting at Tecla. I lost my window. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. Yes.
Okay, so basically the person drives out the way. I'm assuming that you kind of try to between him and Tecla. What?
Yeah, that was supposed to be risky, right? Not.
It was risky, yeah.
Okay, good.
Not desperate because you're in a truck, so you're pretty safe from harm unless you.
Yep.
Okay, he basically leaps out. Assuming you drive the story, that he leaps out of the way and you're now between him and Tecla.
Right. I'll be pulling away and trying to provide a distraction.
Don't worry, he'll be back.
Right.
In the meantime, Arpi, the truck near you is now kind of reversing because they're going to try and drive off around the truck. Basically, also trying to turn around.
She would probably try to jump onto the hood, essentially, pulling out her blaster pistol.
Okay, you are at -1 dice for your harm.
Yeah.
Because you're basically, without your tail, you complete your bounds.
Yeah, shit.
And you also notice the truck behind it. You know Kulbit is in, but you can see him is moving. Kulbit, you feel the truck that you're in moving, and the biohazard containers are start dribbling around in front of you. Tecla, you see Fizz, the other truck pull in front of you being driven with Fizz. Okay, so you can still try. Arpi, you can give me a roll of some sort of
scramble. Then I guess she's going to try to jump up onto the the hood. So
okay.
And I am at minus a die. You said.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's.
If anybody has any good devil's bargains, they can tell me. Yeah. No, it's actually just risky because.
So risky. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not desperate because there's not that much. Well, there's danger of harm to you, but
I can get run over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel free to keep throwing out devil's bargains for us. I have no brain for trying to come up with any, but
I'm trying to come up with something.
Yeah, I'm not thinking of any at the moment.
Because you're at -1 for scramble and
yeah,
anything that's related to your tail.
because I really don't want her to just get out of the way and this truck gets away. She's trying to jump up. I mean, I'm hoping that some of the damage I did is maybe going to affect the vehicle.
Well, it's kind of scraping on the ground, actually. It's not going very fast.
Okay.
This part where it's risky. It's actually almost like because it's the propulsion at the back is so pushing it forward so effectively because of the ground cover is basically scraping on.
I'm almost thinking it's not worth it because then she's only rolling one die, and I could potentially make things worse. So I hate to say it, she just gets out of the way.
Okay. Remember, you can spend stress to get more dice.
I've already got 4 stress, so.
Okay.
And I don't know how bad things will get worse if we keep adding stress. So I think she's just gonna roll out of the way. So.
Okay. Tecla and Fizz, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna drive away.
Okay.
At least we'll get 1/3 of the shipment. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm doing my job.
Tecla, are you going to try to jump into the truck that Fizz is in, or?
All of these trucks are moving now?
Well, yeah, the one that Fizz is in is moving kind of one way. The others seem to be going forward and turning around. The one right in front is kind of scraping on the ground, going very slowly. The one behind is basically just trying to figure out a way to go around or in front of it, but it's kind of stuck because, well, it's in the middle, so it can't really go forward or backward.
By very slowly, do you mean walking speed?
The one's scraping the ground, yeah.
I'm feeling ridiculous.
Good.
I will jog up to the front and tap on the other door.
Is this shaving a haircut?
Is it?
2 bits.
Stick up. The truck stops because they're now. I think the person realizes that it's not, but you're still not getting a response. Arpi, the truck is stopped that you're in. Kulbit, the truck that you're in is also stopped because the problem is that you basically create a traffic jam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because now the truck at the back is. You've gone forward far enough, but you're still blocking the truck behind you. Are you actually driving off, or are you waiting for them?
So, are you talking to me?
Yeah. Are you driving off, or are you waiting for anybody?
Yes, I'm driving off, and then I'm going to go into the flashback where we found that cave off to the side of the road and park the truck. But we can wait to get to that.
Okay. Yeah. So the truck Kulbit is in now trying to reverse because the business truck is out of the way, and the front truck is just stopped because doesn't really have a way of moving really.
So then, yes.
How do you think these trucks are ventilating?
Say that again.
How do you think the cabins of these trucks are ventilated? How does the air get in?
You tell me.
When you shoot through the windshield.
Well, she didn't. She's not on the hood. She rolled
Yeah,
off to
no,
the side. Yeah.
I figure I'm walking up next to RP
Okay.
because
Well,
the truck is stopped and it wasn't moving very fast to begin with. So,
well, she's got 2 options. She could take a shot at the window, at the driver's window, or there is no driver's window, right? There's
right.
No.
All right.
As for the ventilation system, I'll leave that entirely up to you. I'll assume you know enough about trucks to know how this kind of trucks.
I mean, if there are vents, I mean, she could try to take a quick look to see if there's a vent that she might be able to shimmy into.
Oh, I was thinking more you'd drop one of these down it. And she hands over a vial that seems to be smoky inside.
Oh.
And that's that's part of my illicit drugs.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you. She's like, even better. And she'll grab it. And then if she sees some kind of like air vent or something that she can maybe jump up and like kind of throw this thing in, she will.
Give me a roll of some sort and we'll see how you do.
Scramble again. Is there any gambits left?
2.
I think we've got 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
You still have -1 die.
Okay. Oh, all right. So then it's negative then.
Well, and I'm
So-
giving an assist on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So I'm back to 1 die then.
Mhm.
So because I had a gambit and the assist, but then I'm -1 die, so I'm still just adding 1 die, right?
How about a devil's bargain?
You
If you
failed
feel the
the.
door cracks open in your face.
No thanks. So, yep. Just gonna
Oh yeah, you need that. Nice.
Oh, good.
just that bullet time motion. She just jumps up,
It's like,
shoves the thing into the air vent, like throws it in the air vent, and then just does like a backflip.
There's like a shot of the driver, like not even noticing and just passing out.
Whoa. and then she does the superhero landing without her tail. So right next to Tecla. That was a great idea. Thanks.
Anytime. Now, let's see if we can get this open.
You just for answer track, you just hear this honk from the door.
I mentioned
Now
this
there's
hit
still one
hits
truck that's Kulbit you're on, and now the truck is reversed and is turning around. You feel the truck moving, and the things in front of you are kind of swaying a bit dangerously because now the door is open. Because he's not driving exactly very smoothly, he's actually trying to get away.
Right. Is there a way to get from the bay up to the cabin of this truck? Is there a door or an in-between?
You tell me. What action would you try to figure out how to get there? There is a door.
If there's a door that would allow entry from the cargo area to the front of the truck?
Yeah.
Kulbit's gonna reach in, grab the biohazard canister, and open the door to the front.
Okay.
How we doing?
You see the driver and look at you as you open it up and go, great.
I'm your worst nightmare. Get the fuck out. Or else we both find out what's in this.
Give me a roll. I think this sounds a command, but it's up to you.
I don't have any points in command.
I'll give you 1 die for using the canister.
Okay. Thank you. Alright. 1. I really want this to work. How many gambits do we have left?
I think there's
1.
one left. Yeah.
Ah.
You can
I'm
also
gonna take-
take stress or...
I'm gonna take on stress. 2 stress.
Okay.
It's
I'll give you
stress.
Devil's Bargain.
I'll hold off for now.
Okay, Devil's Bargain would be that the canister is leaking.
The canister's leaking?
Well, that's a Devil's Bargain if you take it.
Oh, no. Not yet. I reserve the right.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Keith, basically, as he sees you come in, before the character basically swerves, trying to top you off your feet. You're basically being knocked around. You can take one harm, basically, just being knocked around in the
Okay.
cab. You can resist if you want to, you can just take it.
And what does resist do again? What's the penalty? Take more stress?
But take more stress. You basically roll your, I think this is...
Yeah, you
Wait,
trade
so-
for stress, basically.
Yeah.
So I think I'll do that. I'll take another stress.
No, you don't take another stress. You roll your prowess, which is free, and then whatever you roll, 6 minus whatever you roll is the amount of stress you take. So it could knock you out of the game.
Yeah. Roll
Oh.
prowess, take the highest die, subtract it from 6, and that's your stress.
Oh, okay. So I'm clicking prowess
That should be free.
3. Okay. And I'm rolling, and if I get higher than my stress total, then
No,
You take the highest roll, subtract
highest.
it from 6, and that's how much stress you take.
okay. Thank
You
you.
don't take the harm. So
take
2
2
stress,
stress.
no harm.
Oh, great. 4.
Yeah, so 6 minus 4 is 2, so take 2 stress.
Take 2. Okay.
You're fine.
So that's better than taking a harm, right?
Yep.
Now, in some cases, Nenad might say the harm is bad enough that you still take some harm. It's just reduced. Okay.
Yeah, and you drop the. Well, you do have a second consequence. You drop the canister, it rolls off somewhere.
Okay.
The guy's now slamming it, and you can feel the whole truck is swaying because the back is really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear the crashes as the. He's basically he's driving back and forth, trying to keep your balance.
Okay. Could I try to knock him out now?
We can. I will kind of reduce your effect because, well, it will be a best situation because you're literally trying to knock somebody out while you're in a swaying vehicle without seatbelt and being
Sure.
around. So it's desperate, I would say, for stand effect because he's just a driver.
Okay, it's a desperate. And we're out of gambits. Okay.
We got 1.
We got 1.
No, I think that was the one that he just used. Just had to get
Yeah.
him to
So I will do scrap. Yep.
Have you told us that that you found this biohazard canister?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you hear like some ting from behind you.
From behind me?
Yeah, because the crates are being thrown around and you left one open.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I took the canister, but I didn't
No,
say
so-
I should have behind me, did I? Whoops. That's on me.
Yeah, the heat of the moment.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't want to be one of those GMs, so if you want to flashback to say that you have closed it securely, then
I mean, yeah, I
Take a
pictured
step,
that
do a
I did,
flashback?
but I'll take
Okay.
it. Thank you. So yeah, I'll try to whack this guy with. I picture. I like the idea of the grappling hook being like a giant, oversized gauntlet that like is hand shaped and it just fires off of your hand. It's
okay.
like attached to the wrist. So I'll just
So it's like an
try to.
extra fist. Go for it.
Suddenly we're in some old Wushu movie.
Are our communicators are they like earbuds? Are they speakers that we hold in our hand? What
Outside their earbuds, unless you want to tell me otherwise.
I was just hoping I could.
Hey.
I was hoping I could help out by saying something on speaker to panic the driver. But
It's
the role's
entirely up
already
to you.
made, so
You probably just hear a little bit of grunting.
Yeah.
no problem.
So that's a 5.
You do see that the truck is now driving away, swaying, going back and forth along the road. It almost looks like it's out of control, except it's going straight. So. Okay, was that you with your partial success?
Yes.
You do it, but basically the problem is that you just knocked out the driver while he's swaying madly, which means that the truck flips.
Woohoo!
It crashes off the roadway because it's like a slightly raised and falls down into the ditch nearby, next to like a factory of some sort. And you're thrown around some more, don't take any damage. This is also a consequence you can resist if you want to.
I can't resist anymore because I only have the 1 stress. So,
You can, you've just been knocked out of the game. But,
no, I'd rather take the harm.
okay, you don't take any harm, just the truck is now off the road.
Okay.
And upside down.
Okay. With
It's
1
leading
biohazard.
onto a factory. You see people are coming. Well, you don't see it because you're in the truck.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, the biohazard thing is now probably completely open because, yeah, You didn't. Well, you didn't have the. You probably didn't lock it even if you did close it. So.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. So just trying to climb my way out.
Okay, you're upside down.
Do I see the people coming out?
Yeah, you see the truck flip,
Okay.
and you hear Kulbit going fuck, and you see he's next to one of the factories, and now you see there's people rushing out as they hear this massive fight and crash. Midterm Fizz, you're kind of safely driving off, so unless you inform me whether you're coming back or something, we'll get back to you just now. Okay, Arpi, what are you doing? You're next to this truck.
Yeah. What she's thinking about, the back door is open.
It's now locked.
It's not locked. Okay. What she was going to do is scramble up, and is it like an electronic lock or?
Yeah.
All right.
It's an electronic lock.
All right. I'm thinking with her complex sets of tools she carries with her, might be something that is used for possibly just a lockpick, like an electronic lockpick. Because you never know when something on board, accidentally locks. You need a way to open it up. So I'm thinking that's maybe rig.
Yep.
Okay.
You don't get -1 die because your crush doesn't really make much difference to this.
Okay. All right.
So the crush is missing.
Okay, so just controlled?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And we have no gambits left, so... Oof. Damn it, why is this thing not opening?
Who locks these things?
But you do have a consequence for this. You hear the sound of Vito rotors in the distance.
She'll look over at Tecla. You got any ideas?
Well, not for that.
I mean, I could just brute force the goddamn thing.
Yeah, meantime, you're kind of climbing over the seat and Kulbit, and you're now out of the truck, kind of on the side, because it's right on the side. You lift the door open and climb out if you want to.
Okay, so do I know that? So Tecla and Arpi are trying to gain access to the truck?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the nearest closest thing. I'll make my way over to them, see if I can help. Okay.
You see, there's a bunch of people staring at this. A couple of them have communicators. We assume they're calling. You can hear them calling for the local equivalent 911 and calling their unions and so on.
Yeah.
I think we got to bail with what we got.
And you hear like Vito aircraft in the distance.
Yeah. We gotta go.
All right. To the shuttle.
Yeah, she's gonna hop down, and so the one truck already left with Fizz.
Yeah, Fizz has the one truck.
So we're hoofing it then.
No.
Unless actually, technically, I've got my vehicle. So
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Then. Then she's like, come on, and she's gonna get to the rental.
There's the one truck you're next to is completely undamaged. You just can't get into it. Well, that one actually doesn't have. Well, one is flipped. One doesn't actually have a maglev anymore, and one is not there anymore.
Right. So they're not going to chase you. So get into the rental vehicle and head out.
We don't.
Now I'll jump in with the flashback that I'd like to set up. It's 2 stress for a flashback.
Depends on flashback.
Depends on flashback. Let me describe the flashback, and then you can decide how much it costs. So last night we were off on the side of the road nearby, rigging up a camouflage net over the mouth of a cave. It's all set to drop down behind us when we pull the stolen trucks in, so that we can hide.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got this perfect hiding place, and inside is tucked to the shuttle off to the side, so that we can just hide and unload in peace.
Okay, I'll think that's a 2 stress one because You need like a cave big enough for a shuttle to land in, and a truck. But yeah,
I'll take 2 stress for that.
okay.
So that's where I'm headed to go unload into the shuttle.
Yeah. Well, you got away from like, okay. Is the rest of you running for that, or are you still going to try to get into one of the trucks?
I think fail.
Do you want to take? Are you taking anything from the truck you're in, Kulbit?
Grab this
I
one.
mean-
You're still in the truck. You're just on its side. The truck is just on its side.
The truck's on its side. There was biohazard thing in there.
Right. Grab anything that isn't nailed down.
Fuck it, you only live once. Kulbit's just like running full tilt with a crate that may or may not
Captain
have
Jack
radioactive
style, I'm picturing.
Yeah, that with a crate that he's fully well aware is clinking nicely and dangerously on the inside.
You can take one of the other crates that are not open. There's a couple of them.
Yeah, I'll take one of the other ones.
Yeah, you don't know what's in that one.
Can you imagine what Tecla could do with the contents of that crate?
Honestly, how will I
As you're running out, you see there's the canister to cut you that rolled down the seat, like lying on the other wall.
Arpi's gonna say, "Doc, you gotta drive. I can't reach the pedals."
All right.
And Arpi
Now
is
let's
gonna have
see,
like a
what
door
is-
open, waiting for Kulbit. She's like, "Come on, Skipper, come on."
One of these is the gasoline, right?
What?
What's gasoline?
Just drive the damn thing when he gets in.
Don't
Okay.
go without me. Wait.
Come on, Skipper, run.
I
You
don't
see-
think I would if I wanted.
As you're running, you see there's a searchlight now in the sky behind you. It's these two VTOL aircraft are approaching you. So, do you want to give me a scrap to see how fast you can get to the truck? Or, well, an action.
Scrap or scramble?
Like scramble, probably.
Scramble or skulk?
Skulk's when you're trying to not
Skulk's
be seen.
trying to
so
go.
that seems appropriate.
Stealth. So. I think stealth's out the window. So.
Okay.
It's all about hauling ass now.
Yeah. So yeah, you can do your action and see how well you do.
If I'm driving, I'm gonna have to take 2 stress to add a die because I got nothing in helm.
You can roll at 0.
It's just
That
not advantageous.
We're trying to book it, so I wouldn't imagine I'd have enough time to like throw the crate in the back, jump in the back after sprinting with a crate, and immediately just be good to go to jump in the pilot seat. Like I probably would need just a second to catch my breath.
10 and 2, Cap. 10 and 2.
Yeah, okay. If you want, you can drive.
Okay. Yeah,
Is-
that's gonna be better.
Well,
Is that cool with is that cool with
I'll
you? Tecla?
try.
You
I'll
wanna
try to get us away from here, but if you don't want to drive immediately after dragging a crate of biohazardous material from a truck that was
Oh no, I
A
want to
rental car?
drive. Trust me, I'm thinking of there. I don't want to steal your thunder.
no, but by all means.
All right, Tecla, love. I'm sorry, I'm going to be misogynistic. Would you like me to drive?
That's not misogynistic at all. I don't know how to drive.
Somebody drive.
Besides,
Alright.
I'm assuming RP has the keys.
Somebody give me the bleeding keys.
Just push the goddamn button.
The keys are in my pocket. Push the button. Go.
And she's got her like claws up against the window, like watching all this shit like coming. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, why don't I leave them a going away present?
Yeah, send my
And
regards.
I'll do the like the smoke screen thing, but without the smoke screen. Just like toss a smoking vial out the window.
Okay.
I'd dump it into the exhaust if I could, but I don't think I have access here. Unless Arpi wants to cut a hole in this one too.
No time.
Okay. So yeah, well you can give an action then, Kulbit, as you try to outrace this.
Let's helm this thing.
I got a devil's bargain for you if you want an extra die. Got an idea.
We got.
Let's hear yours first, and I've got one as well.
Well, so I have 2 in helm, and is this a speed related roll?
Yeah.
So I have potency, which does that mean I have another die?
Yes.
If I'm an ace pilot?
No, potency just means you'll have great effect.
Okay.
And I'll give you an assist with the smoke screen thing.
Okay. And is this risky or desperate?
Desperate.
Desperate. Okay. So what was the condition on the devil's bargaining? You wanted to hear out my thought before I heard what your cue out?
I just wanted to know if you wanted an extra die. I had a devil's bargain to offer.
What's the devil's bargain?
We gain extra heat because the false identity that we used to rent the truck wasn't as good as we thought it was.
That's good.
And they can obviously see the license plate or whatever passes for that.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
And that means you're holding like an insane number of dice.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you've got 2 and you've got +2.
So if I did the devil's bargain, that would make it another 1. And
Yeah, so
Sorry, that's including the.
that's including it.
Devil's
So 2, 1 assist, and the devil's bargain. So 4 altogether. I think we need
no
it.
5 because you're also rolling the one for speed.
Right.
Oh, right.
I think we need it. Let's get a devil's bargain in here. So
A little extra heat.
desperate and great. Here we go.
Whew.
Oh.
You just roll a 5.
Oh, Yahtzee. No, I mean small straight.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's the large straight. I don't know. I haven't played Yahtzee in a long time. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's in my garage. So.
Right. It's been probably 30 minutes.
Okay, well you still manage to make it to the thing before they allow you. But in the process, they actually fire a missile at you, at the car as you speed off, which hits the back of the truck, and let's see. We'll do some damage to everyone unless Kulbit you want to resist. Basically, the missile strikes behind you and throws the truck, your rental vehicle forward.
Well,
and you're all
so
slammed into the front of the vehicle. You can resist if you want, or
6
I
stress
don't think
minus
you
your
can afford to
highest.
resist.
if you resist, you will. Well, resist, you'll probably. Yeah. There's a chance you. If you roll a 6, you'll still be fine.
Yeah. And I have a skill that would help with that. It's my other skill, punch it. Or no, that's still part of Ace Pilot.
Yeah.
But so what happens if it fills all the way up? Do I take a trauma?
Yeah.
Or am I? Oh.
You take a trauma and you're out of the score.
Versus
Or you
taking
can just. Everybody will
harm.
take 1 level of harm.
one harm. I'll take 1 harm. I've avoided it
Okay.
this long.
Basically, it's knocked around as you basically like. The blast didn't directly hit you; it just knocked you around enough to.
Got
But you
it.
managed to make it into your. Okay, without them spotting you, which is important bit here.
And I
The car is only
apologize.
slightly on fire.
I apologize for navigating first time how do I mark off harm? I look at the one. There's a box.
Yeah, just write down bruised.
Bruised. Okay.
I just did it for you, so yeah, everybody else do that as well. Okay, well that's the end of the score, because then you just assume take off and go into the. So do you open the crates, or do you just deliver them to the? Because now you just have a truck. You actually don't have no idea what's in it.
Yeah, we weren't told not to open it.
No.
And we have to verify that what's in there is what we expect to be in there.
Right. Tecla, there was one canister, one whole crate in that middle truck, right, that had a biohazard stuff in it.
Well, I suppose that doesn't surprise me.
All right, because I didn't almost set off a nuke or something, right? It could have been something medical, right?
Sure, could have just been.
Yes, of course.
Could have just been bio waste.
Ew. I'd almost rather the radioactive thing.
We just stole crates of poop.
Arpi, what happened to your tail?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Not again.
So what are you going to do with the truck? Because you don't actually have enough space in the truck to put the truck in.
Well, I don't think we're getting our deposit. Did we get the accident warranty?
I think I waived all the insurance.
No, Arpi, the one thing we're supposed to do is always get the accident.
I thought you weren't supposed to get the insurance because if you've already got your own insurance, that covers it.
No, our insurance doesn't cover shit.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Fizz
It's under a
ripping
fake
off.
name. They're not gonna know. Just leave the truck.
Well, how do I claim the insurance later if I'm under a fake name? That'd be
With a
fraud.
different fake name? I don't know.
So how do I
Hack the
claim?
system.
Anyway, this whole trip's been a pain in the ass.
You especially.
Yeah. About a
I see what
week.
you did
It'll
there.
be back.
Gotta stop the bleeding on that tail.
Yeah, I can't stand the smell.
I'll cauterize it when we get back. You're
Don't
acting
you
like I'm
dare,
not the
you
one
ain't.
who got shot.
Doc, you ain't touching my tail. It'll grow
No one's
back in a
touching your
week.
tail. It's back down the road.
Okay,
all
smart
right.
guy.
Yeah,
you're not going to be
hole in
fun
my
about
back
it.
where my tail was.
I think they might be able to get your DNA somehow.
Oh, fuck. Are you kidding me?
We have to go back for the tail.
Oh.
I'll take a flashback
Okay.
to the solvent that I quietly poured on the remains of the tail while we were walking up the truck.
While scrambling for the trucks.
So there's just a scene that you slowly walk past, like open your cloak.
Yeah.
There's all and there's just this bubbliness. Arpi's
Exactly.
tail dissolved.
You have to be prepared.
Doc, I've said it once, and I will be saying it again. You are unhinged.
Why, thank you. That's what they said at the academy, too.
But does the tail grow into another RP? Thank you, Crash. Not anymore.
Well, not anymore.
Well,
There goes your replacement character.
That's your backup, yeah. All right, what's in these crates?
Okay, well, the crate you got
Cheers,
from
get
the truck.
loaded and let's get out of here.
The crate you got from the truck has also got canisters with biohazard symbols in them. They don't look like waste. because you wouldn't put waste in a canister and all throw it in a bag, or they're too small. They're kind of about yay big. So
Now look, it's just botulinum. They said this was for plastic surgery, and that has medical uses as well.
might
I'll
be,
keep it perfectly
not-
safe.
Okay,
Come on,
manufacturing
they're
label.
transport the crates. They're not paying us to do inventory. Let's go.
Okay, and then in the truck, which you get it open because you now have it over to yourself and you have all the time in the world. And you need to load stuff. There's actually divided in two. On the right, there's actually 3 suspension pods. Looks like there's somebody in them.
Somebody?
Well, there's pods in them. And the other side, there are crates, which you find they do have medical equipment of various kinds. There's quite a lot of actual medication. In some of the place, there is rejuvenation treatment machine, which basically uses laser technology to decrease skin aging. And there's a couple other equipment which you don't really recognize. So
Arpi wants to scramble up on one of those pods and like look in. Does she see somebody in there?
you scramble to the top one because there's 3 of them stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, and she's kind of just peering in, and she just like taps a claw on it, see if they react.
There's no reaction because you just see a humanoid shape. It's full of liquid, which kind of prevents you from seeing clearly. Technically, do notice there's readouts on the suspension pod which show that the person is deep suspension and stable, basically almost 0 life signs, and everything seems to be in order.
Fascinating.
These might be more
Well,
valuable than the stuff we stole.
Yeah, and there's no brain activity.
No brain activity?
Ah, that kind of plastic surgery. Well, we'll just have to take them with us.
Okay.
If nothing else, they'll be used for spare parts.
I suppose so.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Hang in there, Skipper. It's all part of the business.
Is it typical to transport corpses like this?
Not
Technically still alive.
What's that? They're still alive, but there's no brain activity?
No,
Almost
there's no
certainly,
brain activity.
almost
There's
certainly clones.
Cadavers?
Could be.
Clones.
Could be clones.
Well, I
Clones
mean,
that haven't had minds transferred into them yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Good
that's
for spare
fucking-
parts, good for medical research, good for, bargaining chips. We can find out who they are.
Yeah,
I
well,
like
they
the sound
probably
of
belong to
that.
the Aru, right? They're the ones who do the clones.
Indeed. Perhaps we should go talk to them.
To the Aru.
Well, maybe give
I
them a
won't
call.
want. I don't think that
I'm not
would
sure
be a
I
good
want to go
idea.
anywhere. I'm not sure I want to go anywhere near them. But
Yeah.
So is this going to be something that they're going to expect for our current client? Look, right? If this is missing off the top, are they going to notice or be missing it?
We just
Well,
grabbed
we can-
medical supplies. We didn't see any bodies.
All right, let's just
We weren't looking for them. We didn't take them.
get
yes,
them
we
to the
definitely
client.
grabbed the
Yeah,
second
call it
truck.
Nenad.
Right.
Asking
All
for a
right.
bonus.
Well, let's at least load them onto the shuttle, and we'll figure out what to do with them when we get back on the ship.
All right, don't put it near my bedroom.
No, of course not. They're going in the med bay.
Ugh.
All right. Can we at least keep one for spare parts? Because I could use that.
Yeah, perhaps we only found 2. Such a shame.
Yeah. I mean, we are probably the same stock.
Yeah,
Pretty
possibly
possible.
true. Possibly true. Anyway, this does look like what we were contracted to acquire. So,
It does. I mean, there's on the other. I mean, on the rest of the truck has like lots of medical supplies, equipment, and so on. I mean, if there's any particular medical supplies you want, they're probably there.
Well, I'll have to have a look again once we're back on the ship, because frankly, I don't want to spend any more time on this planet than I have to.
Yeah. All right. Sure. Get it on the shuttle. We'll get to the ship. Then you can do inventory. Send our client a list of what we found. Make sure that they're happy and let them know we're on the way.
Absolutely.
Just don't include the clones, because
Yes, we'll.
You're sure
unless
there's no
I
brain
ask about them.
you're sure there's no mind in there, right? I mean, until there's a mind in there, it's just meat.
Well, I mean that's what the readouts say. I can't be certain until I examine them. But
No.
again, let's get off the planet. This air will do terrible things to you.
Indeed.
Yeah. Just to let you know, to keep the clones alive, you have to wire them into a ship. I mean, the pods. They're currently running on battery, and the battery will run out within a day or two. I mean, you've got enough battery power to get through the ship, but then you can't land to travel.
I mean,
What?
So they need power to maintain them.
Can I
Yeah.
rig up something to maybe divert some additional
It's
power?
not really a problem. They pretty much have like the standard pods. So
Okay. Let's see if I can rig something up to help with Doc with
Yeah,
that.
we've got to have patch cables somewhere on the ship.
Oh, I got something for this, Doc. Hang on. And she's gonna look and she's throwing things at her like a toolbox, and she's like, I got it. All right, now I just gotta plug this into this, and she goes into this whole dissertation about how she's gonna divert power from this to that. So.
We didn't need life support, right?
No, not that one. Not that one. No.
No, please.
What I was thinking is, I hate to say it, the beer cooler, we can live without that for about a day or so, right? Right?
I can take care of the beer, no problem.
Okay.
What? Oh. I'm up in the helm. I don't hear any of this.
I'm sorry. Sacrifices have to be made for science, right, Doc?
Oh, absolutely. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Does she need to roll for this, or?
No,
Okay.
it's a very standard
Yeah.
plug-in. So,
Yep. So she's
Got to clear out the beer fridge. Darn.
scrambling over there, and then she goes to like she has like a phantom limb thing where she goes to move her tail, and she's like, "Oh, that's right."
Tries to pick up a wrench and
And then she has to scramble down, pick up the wrench, scramble back up.
here. Have one of these. Don't think about it.
I didn't see anything. I'm a doctor, not a killjoy.
you take off. So you tell the medicals are very happy to receive the supplies. They don't ask. Do you need to give them any of the clones, or tell them anything about them, or we just keep them completely to yourself?
What clones?
I am going to ask them to verify that what we brought them is what they were expecting.
Well, those look like very good supplies. We don't have a full list of what to expect. We just knew there was a shipment of medical supplies. But
I gotcha.
yeah, unfortunately, we don't have much funds to keep for you. But and you probably have contacts. We know that this skin rejuvenation machine. It's basically just an amped up beauty treatment for rich people. It's not very useful to us. So I assume we can keep it and find a good purchase for it. You know, those things are actually one of those like. It's basically a vanity treatment, which is incredibly expensive and doesn't actually do much, but it's very popular.
I know the type.
So, I mean, you can probably get about 6 to 8 credits of it. Well, and they normally go for about 12 credits new, but obviously the black market is slightly different. So, to get that, and now you have like 3 clones next to your beer fridge. Which getting beer as a beer now becomes a risk action.
Now, if we could just teach them to get us beers, that'd be better.
Long-term project, anyone?
Actually, you know what? Whatever our cut of those surplus supplies is, why don't you send it to, and she'll give a name, on our behalf.
Who is that?
Whoever we owe the debt to for my getting that new piece of equipment last session.
That's a
Okay,
good way to try to pay that off.
it is. Since it's actually worth more than that, I'll let you have. So, give me a faction that you want plus on with, because I assume that they're the ones who owed you money before that.
Okay.
Because you kind of repaid it with interest. I would say maybe the Turner Society.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
Okay. They have, they very gratefully accepted and clear your debt. So now your debt is gone.
And the beer is back.
Yeah,
But the bridge is still
it
broken.
took me a while, but he manages to get. You now have like the 3 pods attached to your bed base getting a bit cramped.
I get some duct tape, move some things around here. Everything works out.
Okay, that's the end of the session. So you guys don't get any creds from this then. Now let's figure out some way.
We get what? We end up not getting paid for any of this?
Well, they offered you the medical equipment to sell that you can sell to get creds, but then you guys decided to send it to pay off the debt on your ship.
Gotcha.
It's always
Yeah.
a wash.
Well, and
Okay,
they did say that they would say that we had been there longer than we had to take some heat off us in the other system.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We can let that happen as well. So.
We got here last week.
So let me take off some heat from you in the Breck system. Okay. So you're down to just 1 heat in Breck. But now let's do the after session stuff as soon as I find it.
Okay.
First of all, upkeep. You're going to have to spend 1 cred for upkeep. Are you going to do that, or going to just let your ship
Gotta be
decay?
up.
Yep.
Yeah, we have to.
Makes sense to me.
Can we take 1 from the ship's credits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that frees up an empty spot for storing more later.
Okay, and then the next step is I'm just going to read in order. Okay, so now let's roll for entanglements.
Huh.
So who wants to do to roll entanglements? Oh wait, first let's. Sorry, I'm trying to find out. Sorry, I'm just getting lost here because I have to check how to deal with to work out your heat. Okay, so let's see. I would say this was contained action, actually, because it wasn't exactly loud and chaotic, so you get 2 heat by default. Then you get some more heat because you did actually, well, because of the rental car, and there was one other, and one person saw Fizz's face.
They saw me.
That was a bargain.
They saw.
That's a rinse system. So now you have 4 heat there. You're still not wanted there, so that's good. Okay, now you can roll for entanglement. Who wants to roll for entanglement?
I'll go.
Okay. So
That's
roll 1 die.
That's just a regular C6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 4.
4. Okay. Cooperation. That sounds good.
All right.
Let's just see. Basically, it says that a faction have +2 or +3 status with ask you for a favor. Which, yeah, that's not necessarily a good thing, but let's just see. Do you have +2 or +3? No, you don't actually, so nothing happens.
Woohoo!
Good roll.
Nice.
Okay, well, that's And now let's do some XP, which is always fun. First of all, let's start for your ship. You contended. I think you did contend the challenges above your current station because, yeah, you guys are level 0 and you were dealing with level 1 people, so get 1 for that. Do you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
Yeah.
What?
We're kind of ballsy. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so that fills up your playbook, and then the final one is: you execute a successful job that poses hegemonic dominance. Does that count, or?
I don't know if we know who we were taken away from. The Syndicate?
No, we're taking away from House Malkate was the destination, and don't know who manufactured it actually.
Okay.
I would say yes, because they are kind of basically they're the hegemonic rulers of the system.
Right.
Okay, so you get 1, and then now you've used that. Now you're going to advance in a level, but let's get back to that. Then let's go for individual characters. I'm just going to do them in order there here on screen. So, Arpi, let's do your XP.
Well, I know she already gained a point in prowess.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but we've given you all the points, but this is now the extra ones from the end.
Okay.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes.
Yeah, I think losing a tail counts.
Yeah.
Do you struggle for issues from your vice or traumas? I'd say no.
No.
Do you address a tough challenge with technical skill or ingenuity?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I'd say at least twice. So you're almost full up on your playbook. Kulbit.
Yes.
Let's see. Do you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I think so.
I think so too. You struggle with issues from vice or traumas? I don't think you did.
Mm-mm.
We need to get more vice and traumas in the game.
Yeah.
You addressed the tough challenge with speed or flair? I would say you did.
I agree.
So I'll give you 2 points for that because you did it a couple times.
Yeah.
Cyclone. Do you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I'm not sure I did.
Oh, your science canister thing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I
I
was
did.
going to
You.
mark that under my vice. Weird.
No, I was talking. Well, yeah. No, but first you did when you encountered the clone. So I think that's okay. You didn't struggle with this from your vice or traumas. You did address it. You did address at least 2 challenges with force or threat. So you get. So now you can get Fizz. You filled up the playbook with XP, so you can choose another ability.
Okay.
That's Fizz, and now Tecla. Tecla, did you? I think you did express your beliefs, drives, and heritage. So I'll give you 1 for that.
Okay.
Now, you did you struggle with issues from your vice?
I'm not sure I struggled with it. I
don't think so. I mean, you did express it, so that falls in.
I think they embraced it.
That's what-
Weaponized it.
I'll give you 1 for that. That is actually relevant. You addressed a tough challenge with charm or audacity. I'll say yes. Okay, so Tecla, you can also pick an ability.
Okay.
So now, while Fizz and now let me just see. You also filled up the burning sensation XP, so I just have to check what happens now.
And while we're waiting, folks, Friday night we will be continuing with our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, River City Runs Red. Join us at 8 p.m. Eastern for some more vampire fun. Back to Nenad.
Okay, sure. Okay, so everybody, you can choose. When you fill up the playbook, damn it, because this thing is. I've actually have the GM thing. Why don't I just look at that? If everybody has the advancement thing open, so for some reason I'm just not seeing it. Okay, well, I think you have a couple options. You can advance your crew level. I just can't find the actual reference, or you can buy another ability for your ship. And Tecla and Fizz, have you chosen your advances? You're still looking.
I'm still looking.
Okay.
I think advancing the crew level sounds like a good idea because
Okay,
that's
those kind of influence the overall quality of the ship.
Were we talking about the benefit of getting the ship playbook up?
Yeah. You can get you can get the additional crew special ability, 2 ship upgrades, 1 ship quality, or 1 crew quality. Oh, to advance crew quality, that costs cred equals to 4 times the new crew quality. So it will cost you 4 cred in addition to your XP to advance crew quality.
You don't even know what crew qualities are.
Crew quality is overall rating of the ship. It influences how other people see you as well as what access you have. And
right.
We have 3 creds left, right?
But it's our level of quality. So 0. We're currently at 0. We could go up to 1. Is the idea?
Yeah. You can spend the credit from the ship, or so you can donate credit of your own credit if you want to. You can go to that as well.
I'm good with increasing the quality.
Yeah.
Are there any upgrades that we still wanted, or let's just go ahead and do crew quality and think about the rest later?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so I'm happy to throw in my cred.
Okay, so do you want to just throw in your cred and we'll zero out the crew cred, or?
Yeah.
Okay. The crew quality is now 1, and then the other thing, which is the advantage of advanced crew quality, each of you gets now free stash.
3 stash, okay.
Yeah, that stash is the money you have put aside for your retirement.
Oh.
And if you can convert to creds, but it's basically conversion rate is basically half. So
okay,
got it.
All right, so we should have 3 stash then.
Yeah,
that's
you
good.
can also put your credit into stash anytime you have it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're now crew quality 1.
Woohoo.
Yay. And we've been really punching above our belt weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so next question is now what? Let's say Tecla, Fizz, have you decided on your advances?
I want to double check something.
Yeah. No, I mean not advances, just which ability you want to add.
Yeah, I've taken tenacious. Penalties
Okay.
from harm are 1 level less severe.
Yeah. That means you still take the harm, but just affects you less.
Right.
Okay. Well, Doug says level 4 harm will still kill you. Fizz, do you know what you want?
I'm sorry, did you ask me a question?
Yeah, do you know which ability you want to add?
Huh? I'm sorry, I'm confused. What am I getting something for?
You filled up your playbook XP, so you get an ability.
I filled up my playbook XP. When did that happen?
At the end of the session.
I think he's been updating it for us.
Yeah.
Got you. I was wondering why I had fewer points in my playbook. But what did that come from?
Just expressing your beliefs because they do set codes, and you addressed tough challenges with force or threats that you did.
Got you, but we hadn't done me yet, so...
Yeah, I think you were actually at 0 afterwards. Did you check? Yeah. No, you were...
Oh.
So you think we already went through my thing? Because I never heard my name up. I heard you talking about everybody but me.
I'm sorry. Nenad said set clone, and I heard Tecla and started responding.
Okay, sorry. Then
and that's what I heard too. I heard Tecla. Okay, yes.
Okay,
so,
sorry.
Yeah, I did.
I
responded with force, and I did express my drives, which was to get in, get the stuff, and get back out. So I got 2 extra points.
Yeah. So now you can get some.
Please don't adjust my XP for me.
Okay, sorry. I won't do it again.
Because now I'm not. Yeah. So I put 1 into prowess, and I put 1 into the playbook, which would fill it up. I thought it was more.
Yeah.
Than okay. Great. Yes. So I have no idea. I didn't realize I needed to make that decision.
Okay, sorry. You can, if you want, you can think about it. I mean, you don't have to do it right now.
Yeah, I need to look at what my options are for when my playbook gets full.
Okay, sure.
Which is just I pick something else from the playbook, right? That's how that works.
Yeah.
All right, I'll look up my playbook.
Also, I mean, you can, well, actually, I should have asked this before. You could have just put the points from your playbook into one of your attributes if you want to just increase that.
Right, but I was putting 1 into prowess and 1 into the playbook.
Okay.
So assuming that tripped over the playbook, then I will look to figure it out.
Okay.
All right, one of the abilities.
Well, we're actually over time, so then that will be just end it here, and we can discuss the abilities and that's so fine.
Yeah, why don't we just kind of finish up the rest of reviewing our characters kind of offline. So, all right. Well, thank you for another great session.
Thank you. I hope you had fun.
Oh yeah.
Nothing blew up. Yeah. So
no.
Did crash a couple of vehicles.
It's par for the course. So, I think we'll just kind of save our questions and everything like that for later on. So thank you again, everybody, for watching. Appreciate your support. Thank you again, Crash. We love having you here.
Thanks, Crash.
And please be sure to give the video a like if you don't mind. That helps more folks find us and our awesome games. So,
and if you don't, I'll come find you. Like, comment, and survive.
Okay. Alrighty. Well,
Brilliant.
on that ominous tone, we will bow out for tonight, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Good night,
All right,
everybody.
good night.
And I'm sure that truck driver didn't die.
Yo, he's fine.
Yeah. That was really fun.
No, it was.